So today I'm going to be talking about Western Lane by Chetna Maroo, my 7th read from the Booker longlist. It's Booker season, baby! Western Lane is also the shortest book on the Booker longlist, coming in at around 176 pages. This is a very quiet and simple novel, both in its execution and writing style. It's based around the themes of grief, family, loss, change, coming of age, friendship, and sport. So what's it about? We follow 11-year-old Gopi. Now I'm probably getting that name wrong. It could be Gopi or Gopi, but I'm going to go with Gopi. Gopi has been playing squash since she was old enough to hold a racket. When her mother dies, her father enlists her into an intense training regime, and the game of squash becomes her world. Slowly, she starts to grow away from her sisters. Her life is reduced to just the game of squash. As already mentioned, this novel is very simple, very quiet, very melancholic. It is trying to make its simplicity feel profound and beautiful. And for those of you who might be worried, this isn't a book just about squash. However, squash is the backbone of the novel. It is the framing device for the metaphors. Now, I am not going to give you a list of my likes and dislikes, which I think I have done in every video I've ever made. Now, there's nothing in this novel and its approach to the way it's written, its approach to character, that I actively disliked. But there's also nothing I actively liked at all. I learned nothing from this book. It is painfully average. It failed to teach me anything about grief, it failed to teach me anything about family and sisterhood and friendship. Everything is just so subtle and pared back. I was hoping it would give me a detailed insight into a British Indian family and how grief impacts the dynamic of that family. And it does kind of do that, but in a really, really subtle and understated way that just did not hit me at all. Now, this simply could be down to my mood. There is something in the subtlety of the way this book is written and what it's trying to do that is just having zero impact on me. There could be a lot of powerful stuff happening within the subtlety of this book, but I didn't really find it. I could see it was being hinted at all over the shop, but I don't know, nothing was like sinking in, nothing was impacting me. But in order to be somewhat balanced, I can tell you that you could be the kind of reader in which the subtlety and the simplicity of this novel does have a profound impact upon you. It does really work for you. Maybe you're the type of reader where the moment Gopi goes to buy her racket, you can see that that is trying to make something small have an incredibly big impact. On me, I was like, I see what you're trying to do, but it's doing nothing. But to you, that moment could really work for you. That moment could really hit you emotionally in its simplicity. But yeah, just how many times am I going to say it? It didn't impact me. There's nothing actively bad about this book, but it's the lack of anything in it, of it being so average, that does make me hate it. Now, this might sound quite strange, but I am a massive fan of reading books that I hate. I think we as human beings can learn a lot from reading books that we hate. We learn a lot about ourselves where we can read something and identify the reasons that we hated it. That process also shines light on all the things that we are looking for within a novel and makes those novels that we love even more special. However, this is the first book in a long time in which I wanted my time back because I felt like it was just so utterly pointless. Again, if you love this book, that's great. And I think maybe my current mood is having quite a big impact on my thoughts and feelings towards this book. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how I feel once I've finished the long list. When you look at the themes of this book, family, loss, grief, coming of age, and you stack that up against all the books that have dealt with the exact same thing, I just don't think anyone out there, that's right, I'm talking to you, I don't think you are going to reach for this book over any of the others, and that is a big list. I don't have the time right now, but maybe in the future I might put together a video of the books that I feel truly get to the heart of loss and grief. And please, if you have the time, give me a list of your own in the comments below. I will tell you one fantastic thing this book has given me. It has made me want to go back and read Julian Barnes' Levels of Life. Not a fair comparison because this is a non-fiction book, but it is also very short like Western Lane. But if you want something to teach you about the pain of loss, look no further. It's going to be a 1 star out of 5 for me for Western Lane. It is by far the worst thing I've read from the long list. Okay, now that wasn't a good review from me. I'll hold my hands up and say I know that was a bad review. So I am sorry for anyone who has come here wanting more details, more insight into this novel, the plot and the things that happen. But I was just so about it. I just didn't have the energy to do anything other than what I've just done. Anywho, onwards and upwards. I will continue smashing my way through the Booker long list. However, I am away working in Edinburgh next week, so there'll be no new reviews until I'm back. So have you read this novel and what did you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying whatever you might be currently reading, and I will see you all on the next one.